There we go. Good afternoon, everyone. Thanks for coming to this screening of Late Fragment, an interactive film. My name is Anna Serrano, and I'm the producer of this project and also the director of the Canadian Film Centre's Media Lab, where this project has been created alongside the National Film Board of Canada, who was our co-producing partner. Today with us we have also one of our writer-directors, Anita Durand, and you'll meet her at the Q&A period at the end of this film. So before we begin this experience, let me set a context for it. First of all, I'd like to thank 01 for inviting us to be part of this wonderful festival. It's really a joy to be included in and amongst a whole variety of interactive films of different formats, platforms, and styles, as well as, in terms of how they conceive of what an interactive film could be. So it's really lovely to be able to engage with practitioners who are thinking about filmmaking in many different ways. And today we have Tony Dove as part of our audience, so that's really great. And I encourage you all to see Spectropia tonight. This particular interactive film, how we think about it as an interactive film may be a little bit different from the way you might have seen other performances here at 01 either this year or 2 years ago. First of all, I should say that it came out of an institution called the Canadian Film Centre, and despite the fact that we have a media lab, what we're really interested in is seeing how we can evolve the cinematic form, the dramatic cinematic form, perhaps more slowly than what otherwise someone might do in a research lab like MIT or Georgia Tech. So for us, it's really about creating something cinematic that has a little bit of participatory experience embedded in it for consumer consumption. So at the end of the day, this interactive film is really meant to be a mainstream consumer artistic experience to be experienced in a one-on-one setting in your living room with your DVD. So the ultimate platform for this piece is the DVD, which is a dumb technology in that it doesn't do any computation, it's not procedural. And so in many ways, what we've done with this film is create a really complex, sophisticated, branching narrative. The way the interaction works is quite simple. You use your remote control and you press enter. When you press enter, you switch scenes. So this particular interface model was actually first developed by a filmmaker named Lars von Trier. I don't know how many of you guys know him, but he did Dancer in the Dark, and he's Danish, and he created a project called Dog Day in 2001, where he and a bunch of other Danish filmmakers created a movie with 4 different characters, and then on a given time, on a given date, they released these films on television on 4 different channels. The Danish audience could then take the remote and switch across the different channels and follow the different characters. So I'm calling that the interface model, where the film itself is the interface. So that particular model was then ported over by another Danish filmmaker, Morten Schutt, when he made a movie called Switching, which we actually presented at 01 2 years ago. And so we took that model yet again as the Canadian Film Centre Media Lab and evolved it further. And so what you'll see today is me basically sequencing this film in real time using our computer in this instance, not a DVD player, because this was shot on HD and we wanted to give the ultimate high-resolution experience for audiences. So I'll explain more about the technology at the Q&A, but what you'll see is you'll actually get to experience a 90-minute film. It'll feel like a film, talk like a film, walk like a film. There won't be any flashing red buttons that say click now. Instead, what I will be doing is actually switching scenes. I think the sequence that we designed for you guys and for our festival experience, which we first performed at the Toronto International Film Festival, is about a 90-minute experience and involves something like between 70 to 80 clicks. So you'll notice that I've clicked because there will be a black screen that will show up in between the different scenes. So I'll leave it at that, and let's begin the experience. So what I'm going to do is I'll show you first how a traditional movie may start, and I'll play you 3 particular scenes that introduce you to the 3 characters that this movie is about, Faye, Kevin, and Theo, who participate in this restorative justice process. And then I'll pause, and then we'll begin the actual interactive film experience.